greenhouse at home, and if I point you down here, let me just turn that round so I can see. Right, there you go. Now these are my 3 spare melons that I had, because I thought these ones here weren't going to make it. And I had these in pots or down the greenhouse on the plot. But they're ready to be potted on. So what I'm going to do is a little experiment. So I'm going to, right, one of them is going to be potted into this pot here with my homemade compost, and it's going to stay in this greenhouse. The other one is going to go in another pot just like this, again the homemade compost. It's going to go in the plot greenhouse, and then the last one is going to go out here. I've already dug the hole for it. It's going to go right there in the garden, and we'll see how it does. It's they are, what are they? They're cantaloupe melons, and this is a south-facing wall here. This is south-facing, so it will be quite warm here, but we're going to see how it does outside compared to how the others do in this greenhouse and the greenhouse on the plot. So we're going to do that now, and then I'll show you when I'm finished, and I'll keep you updated on how they go. Right, there we go. So the one in the red pot is going to stay in this greenhouse at home. The one in the black pot is going to the greenhouse at the allotment, and there is the other one in the garden. So I'll keep you all updated and see how they go. And here's today's harvest, guys. The first of my proper big tomatoes. More cherries, raspberries, peas, rainbow chard, lettuce, a ton of gherkins, a couple of cucumbers, some beans. Lovely. Oh, and in this pot here, one of the everlasting spring onions had gone to seed, and the seeds were ready, and luckily the seeds were caught, because they were all dropping out, but they were caught by courgette leaf. So I'm going to be planting them now. Catch you later, guys. Okay, so these are my leeks, and what I've been noticing is that the leaves are all getting stuck together. Let me try and zoom you in. And then going like this, and they're just sticking. Where can I find one? Like this, sticking together. So on closer inspection, after thinking, allium leaf miner. So what I did, if I can find the one that I just where's it gone? Well, let's just open some out anyway. There we go. Where have you gone? I've lost you. There you are. So open them out, and I have never seen it before, but I'm going to assume that that is the allium leaf miner. So does that mean that these leeks are knackered now, or can I still plant them out but chop the tops of the leaves? So like so if I was to just chop it there and plant it out like that, would it still grow? I don't know. So if you know, leave a comment. Am I to chuck these in the bin, or are they still usable, or plantable should I say? Yuck, there's another one. Disgusting. Ugh. Okay, sweet potatoes. So, I showed you in the last video, it was this one in the middle here. It had 2 little tiny roots. I think that was about 2 days ago. And now look. So that is ready to be potted on, as is this one here. So I'll get on with that. There's a couple more in here, but they've not developed their roots yet. I need to put some more water in here actually. Ooh. Let's put that there. There's another one here. Again. Oh, well, yeah, just waiting for that to develop some roots. Okay, so I'll show you when. Actually, let me see if I can. Because I'm going to use my homemade compost for these. So, let's see if I can do it one-handed. That's my homemade compost, this bit here. And that is whatever the last compost, I think it was Verve. That was Verve. I'm going to use this one. It's an experiment in itself, isn't it? Using one hand. Okay. Bit more pat down, right. Take this one. And then just gently get the roots down in there. There we go. And then pop some more compost in. Give it a firm down. There we go. And then I'm going to put this, I'll fill this this tray up with some water. Let's do another one. It's my little pots. Okay. Jude, get down. Look at this cat. Look. I'll tell you what this one, well, it was either him or the other boy. I'll show you in a minute what they did last night. Not in my good books. Right, and this one. So just pop the roots in there. So firm it down, make sure there's no air gaps in there. A little bit more. There. Oh dear, right. Right, so I'll give them water in a minute. Okay, so in the last video I told you how you can save a dying tomato. All that effort I put in, and look what my boys did last night. running around playing, they have broken it right there. And it had all those tomatoes on it, and now it's broken. Not impressed. So it's still got tomatoes, so we'll just have to go with what we've got. It's looking so much better since giving it its little nitrogen feed. What else was I going to do today? Look at this. What's that? That's a dead pea, sweet pea. No point in you being in there if it's dead, is there? There we go. Next thing I'm going to... Oh! Look! I've just bought this pot in from outside, and look, got to be so careful. Where these go? Over the wall. Yeah. Yes, what was I going to do? I was going to take one of these. Which one am I going to take? This brokeny one. I don't want the lumpy stuff. There. Straighten up. And right, so what I'm going to do now is these seeds are what I collected from the plot today. They are like an everlasting spring onion seeds. I literally collected them this afternoon. This is my homemade compost. I'll put it into a bit of a smaller pot because they don't need that much the depth that was on the other pot. So then all I'm going to do is sprinkle some seeds there, and then give it a dusting of more compost. Down. Right, give it some water. This is water from the water butt, so it's a bit green. I'm trying to empty the water butt because I don't really use it at home, and I'd rather take it and use it down the plot. So there we go, spring onions. And we'll write on that label in a minute. Yeah, that's it. So, I'm probably going to do a plot tour. Let me turn around. Oh, yes. I'm probably going to do a plot tour tomorrow. Everything's looking great down there. And I'll do a full plot tour and also tell you about plans I have for next year. So, catch you next time. Bye.